Start off with, though, I would like a point of privilege.
By all means.
Okay. Very large point of privilege.
Maybe I shouldn't have granted it. It's behind the dice. I'm beginning
That
to get suspicious.
is for certain. This is the last council meeting for three of our current councilors, as we all know, and it's been a very big privilege for me, especially with Councilor Fank here. Him and I, when we initially were voted in, we were considered the bookends at one point in time, and we were the two rookie councilors at that point in time, and we came up quite a ways together, learned a lot of the ropes together, even to not intentional, but in one way we saved money for the city by bunking together. And
separate room or separate beds.
Separate beds. Well,
Yes.
thank you for clarifying that.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
and we'll leave it right
leave it
there.
at
And
that. That's
it
right.
was not in Vegas either.
That's
I'll
right.
put that also.
That's exactly right.
But anyway, over the 8 years that I've have been an elected official, one of the best things of that 8 years has been able to get to know more people, even though I've been a lifelong resident. And as I mentioned earlier, you and I came up quite a bit over the last 8 years together. A lot of good times, a lot of bad times. I think we've grown together, and there is some sorrow to see that you will not be up here over the next 4 years. But it's as we all know, whenever we throw our hat into the elected official ring, we're here for 4 years. And fortunately, you and I have been able to make 2 terms together.
Yep.
And with all that said, to move right along with the commendation here, it's whereas Councilor Nathan Fank served as a member of the City Council since 2000. He served as Council President Pro Tem since May 2011. And whereas Councilor Fank entirely devoted over 8 years to our community during a period of time that numerous projects were initiated through his leadership, which will continue to have a revitalizing and growth impact on our community far beyond the terms of his office. Whereas Councilor Fank served as the chair of the Leisure Services, Cemetery, and Judicial Committees, and is committee member on the Vehicle Maintenance, City Building, City Lots Committee, and the Public Safety, Public Relations Committee, and the Airport Authority. He has served as a liaison between the Heritage Center, Historic Prattville Redevelopment Authority, and the City of Prattville. It takes a lot of time to wear all those hats. Whereas Councilor Fank was unique in his sensitivity for doing what was best for the entire community, and he had courage in expressing his convictions and a special way of dealing with complex issues, whereas through the performance of his duties and responsibilities as a member of the City Council, he's made excellent constructive contributions to municipal government in our city. Now, therefore, I, Bill Gillespie, Mayor of the City of Prattville, do hereby express our sincere appreciation and thanks that of all our citizens, Nathan Fank, for his 8 years of distinguished service in the City of Prattville.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess we need to wait for all the goods to come out.
Yep. As I mentioned there earlier, he served on so many different committees, and the fire department was also one of his long-term commitments there, and he also has a plaque from them in appreciation of his service to the Prattville Fire Department and the citizens of Prattville. Thank you on that one.
Thank you.
I don't know if you can call this the Mayor's Award or
I
what.
guess so.
This is a presentation also for his role as not only City Councilor, but also as Pro Tem. And done an excellent job there. And actually, I think you have the gavel passed to you more than any other Pro Tem since I've been here. And
Can I take this gavel out and use it?
well, actually, I got to rotate it down to the next. All you got is the plaque.
All I get's the plaque.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
and y'all have to rotate
Okay.
the gavel back and forth. Okay. But thank you for all you've
Thank
done.
you. Are you really serious about doing that with the gavel?
Yeah, you know. But thank you.
And I guess I'm going to have some comments to make at the end, so I won't now, but I thank you, and I'll make my closing comments at the end. So thank you.
Good. Thank you. Okay.
Am I next?
I'm sorry, and you're who?
Am I next?
Oh, you're next. As I mentioned earlier, the friendship is more than I could really convey. Knowing Nathan as we came up through the ranks there, you know, you'd been here for so many years, and for a long time there, you know, I was having to go to you to learn some of the ropes, and you had been a mentor. I would not be in this role if it had not been for you, because you were the council president, and I was the pro tem, and so without you teaching me the ropes, giving me that opportunity, I would not be here, and so I truly want to thank you. We have had many, many meals after these council meetings, and hopefully, even though you won't be on the council for the next quadrennium, I still hope that you will come out to break bread with us after the council meetings, because where there's been a lot of difficult decisions in these chambers, fortunately, I think we've been able to go out afterwards and break bread together, and that is, I think, one way that we've been able to stay friends and help move the city forward. And with that said, thank you as a friend. No crying in this arena. You mean to read this?
Not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing? Okay. Commendation, Dr. Tom Miller. Thank you for all your hard work, consideration. That's good enough? I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway. Whereas Councilor Dr. Thomas Miller served as a member of the City Council since 2000, he served as Council President Pro Tem, Council President during his tenure. Whereas Councilor Miller entirely devoted over 12 years to our community during a period of time that numerous projects were initiated through his leadership, which will continue to have a revitalizing and growing impact on our community far beyond the terms of his office. Whereas Councilor Miller served on the City Council and the Board of Directors for the Prattville YMCA, the Talladega County United Way, the Board of River Region United Way. As a member of the Talladega County Leadership Class of 1998, he spearheaded the class project to bring welcome signs to the city's 6 gateways, thus demonstrating ways of paying civic rent, whereas Councilor Miller has always been willing to place his concerns for the public good ahead of his personal interests, and thus has earned the admiration and high regard of other civic leaders and the affection of a host of area residents, whereas Councilor Miller has demonstrated in many practical ways his deep and genuine love for our community and the surrounding area. Now, therefore, I, Bill Gillespie, Mayor of the City of Prattville, express our sincere appreciation and thanks that of our citizens, Dr. Thomas Miller, for his service, hard work, and determination during his 12 years service to the City of Prattville. Thank you. He also served as chairperson, or is the chairperson for the fire department at this point in time. So we also have a plaque from the fire department for his dedication to it and the public safety of the City of Prattville. One more. Not that I hit it very well. I'm going to just leave it in the plastic form. Presented to Dr. Tom Miller, thank you for your dedication and service for Pro Tem and Council President, City of Prattville. Thank you. And that's all I have to say, Council President.
Your excuse.
Emma, thank you. There's one more. Whereas mentioned with the 2 prior ones, we were able to grow together over the last 8 years, and then 2 years, and then over the last several months, I've got to know you more.
Some of us have grown more than others.
Yes, same here. But, I think this is one thing that really shows of the community that we are. I've mentioned this before, is that you go over to Montgomery and they got some of the big buildings, but we have really been known as the preferred fountain city, and I think that is because of the people that we are. We have had our agreements, we've had our disagreements, but I think we still have been able to come back as a unified body, and I think that is one thing that's going to keep Prattville moving straight in the direction that we are moving in now, and it's the friendships, again, that has really made me a better person over the last 8 years that I've been on the city council and now as the mayor. But over the last several months that I've been to work really, really closely with you, I really appreciate you and your family, because I know you have really put your heart and soul into the running of this city. You have most certainly paid your civic rent back many, many times. I know you've also mentioned before that you're not a politician, and I actually don't think that anybody up here is a true politician, but I think you are one of the great statesmen of the Prattville area, and you have really brought quite a bit to this community. So in that said, dear friend, I will miss you. But you will move on. You will have a better, have more time to work at your daytime job. I know that. The only one person I really do feel for is going to be your wife, because you'll be more time around the house. So it's, but with some of that said, standing ovation. Whereas Council President Mike Renegar served as a member of the City Council since 1996. Started to say 66. I knew he came over with George Washington, and
it's been a while, Bill. It's been a
while. Okay. And assumed the role of Council President in May 2011, whereas Council President Renegar entirely devoted over 16 years to our community during a period of time that numerous projects were initiated through his leadership, which will continue to have a revitalizing and growing impact on our community far beyond his terms of office. Whereas Council President Renegar served on the City Council and was key to the accomplishments of the David D. Whetstone Jr. Sports Complex, Overlook Memorial Park, RTJ Golf Trail at Capitol Hill, downtown restoration, street paving projects that resulted in most of the streets in District 5 having been repaired and repaid in the past 7 years, promoting new businesses through economic development while properly managing this growth with public safety and welfare in mind, was instrumental in establishing a Boys and Girls Club in our community, thus demonstrating ways of paying civic rent. Whereas Council President Renegar has always been willing to place his concerns for the public good ahead of his personal interests, and thus has earned the admiration and high regards of other civic leaders and the affection of a host of area residents. Whereas Council President Renegar has demonstrated in many practical ways his deep and genuine love for our community and the surrounding area. Now, therefore, I, Bill Gillespie, Mayor of the City of Prattville, do hereby express our sincere appreciation and thanks, as well as that of our citizens, to Michael Renegar for his service, hard work, and determination during his 16 years service to the City of Prattville. With this, I certainly appreciate all of your service and hard work.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Council President Renegar also served for the fire department, and there was also a plaque here for him to hang on his walls with that also.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Last but not least, I guess you call it the Mayor's Award again, since you have been wielding the gavel there quite regular over the last several months. Just wanted to give you something to hang on your wall. It's presented to Mike Renegar. Thank you for your dedication and services as Pro Tem and Council President, District 5, City of Prattville, Alabama. Thank you.
Thank you.
See if you need to look at her.
Oh. Well, I will if you say so. We know who the boss is around here.
Thank you.
Mayor, let me just say that you're more than a friend. You're a Christian brother. I love you, man. and I know that the city is in great hands for the next 4 years.
Well, thank you. Got to give me a hug on that one. Thank you.